Hey guys, welcome to Do here of course. Today we're covering Execudio and his Leander. Now, we featured him before and the overall advice we gave him was to play a bit more passively because he was getting too aggressive in his Leander and getting himself hurt very early on. So I think he's taken his advice on board and he's going to give us 2 game submissions here, and these 2 game submissions I think he does rather well, to be fair. We'll look into more as we progress through the game. But yeah, we'll submit those. Something to note again, for every after action review I post, I don't want any shaming of any sort. Everyone here that uploads these things is trying to learn, which makes them better than half a player base, really, because they're all actively trying to learn. And these guys will be the ones that will be winning tournaments. These guys will be the guys that are improving their win rates, and they'll be doing exceptionally well. So I'd be happy to receive constructive criticism or helpful tips and, encouragement, because these people are doing a lot. It's not easy to submit a game that you haven't done necessarily the best you could, and it's not easy, and they deserve a lot of respect for that. That's just a wee, disclaimer there, because Execudio is doing really well. I think he did really well in these games. You don't have to be super amazing, to do all these exceptional games. Sometimes you just have good games, and sometimes that's just the case. This game here, positioning is good right now. He's covered between the battleships. He's spotted briefly. He didn't want to progress too much. He tells the team he's spotted. We asked for the D, that's fine. He's spotted briefly, and he really should be looking to the left here. And basically what his positioning already was to prevent that sort of situation from happening, because if he pushed too much, he would have been spotted, and he would have been spotted on open water in front of all that black hole of battleships there. So his positioning was good. A bit more reactive. You could have looked to the left and checked whether the battleships had a shot on him. So you've got a queen there. Nagato could have shot. I think it was a Roma there. I don't know. So yeah, worth noting. Again, just a minor thing though, just something to know. Anyway, he's taken a wide berth towards A, which can be a good idea. Again, I would be a bit more aggressive when it comes to the Jervis, but playing safe here is absolutely the safe play. That's the best. Usually it's the best play to do. So taking a wide berth here to A, you're getting a little bit away from the action, and you do have a smoke screen on available, so you could use that. You can be a bit more aggressive here, but this is fine. This is absolutely fine. As soon as you get back into A though, that's really what you want to do. So I'd like you to get back into A as soon as possible. You are turning as fast as you can and getting yourself back into A, so that's good. But yeah, I understand why you took the wide berth, just to make sure that no battleships can get a shot on you, and you can fire this from complete stealth, which means really good positioning right now. Unlucky you're getting overpins. I think you're aiming a little bit too high maybe, but I understand you're just trying to hit him though, so that's the main thing here. So good hits, good stuff. Every little bit of damage done to a destroyer is permanent unless you're a kid, so it's all good damage done. So yeah, you're going to push into A just like I was hoping, and when you push into A, that means you have cover from the battleships and they can't shoot or see you. And the British shells are kind of floaty, so you can definitely get some shots over the island. Nagato, fire the shot in here. It might be the DD that spotted you, it might be the Nagato, but you're only spotted briefly, so that's perfectly fine. 3 pens, pretty good. 2 shadows, that's fine. Over here, aiming a bit too low, but you wouldn't have hit him otherwise, so this is fine. Always worth taking a pot shot, you never know, you might get some luck. Nothing you can do at the minute. You're pushing into A and you're capturing A along with your destroyer. Very good. This is a really good spot to be. Probably get some shots on Nagato. Yeah, you're turning away. Oh, no shots on Nagato. You could definitely shot Nagato a couple times now. Maybe 2 salvos even on Nagato by now. Maybe just front guns, yeah, but still 2 salvos is 2 salvos. Like this you could have been doing. Oh no, keep shooting Nagato. He's not a threat right now. You could always push in and go to the right. Oh no. Pop the smoke maybe? Can I pop the smoke screen? Hopefully. You pop the sonar. Again, maybe a little bit early for the sonar, but this is fine. You're spotted by the Ismail. You're not going to shoot the Ismail? You're spotted already. You slow down right now. Maybe pop your smoke screen and start farming the Ismail. Yeah, okay. Again, you could be shooting off 4 guns instead of the first 2. I know the church verse is kind of bad on Leander, but you could have shot. You could have really used those salvos earlier to get a lot more damage out. Shots in the Jervis. Unlucky, but very well aimed. Yeah, this is fine. The aiming's fine here. It's just RNG's kind of pooping on you. This should be good. No? Oh, yeah. Now you're aiming a little bit too high there. That's a little bit too high, that salvo. Ismail's good. You need to really... I understand you're in a smoke screen, you're not detected. You can give a little bit more broadside. You've also got torpedoes at, I think, 8 kilometer range. You could definitely use those. But yeah, you're just firing the front gun. You effectively cut your firepower in half for no reason. So definitely reverse and what you're doing, and then turn to open up your rear turrets. You'd be turning the rudder left, but you'll be going right. Good. Well, I made that sound so confusing. Aiming a bit too high here as well. You don't have much pen on this gun, and you're trying to pen an Ismail. I understand the Ismail so far. It's basically exposed. You need to aim higher up. You're kind of struggling. Really, a Russian battleship is kind of the worst thing to shoot at. In a Leander, or even a Fiji. Simply because, like, I mean, Ismail is just really hard to damage unless you're a battleship, because it just has so much armor and almost no superstructure, and you really want to pen the superstructure or the deck, so your aiming should be relatively high up, especially this range. You see, you're just not going to get too much out of it. There we go. This is what you should have done at the start when you're in the smoke screen, firing all 4 guns. You missed out on a lot of DPM here. You've missed out on like 5 to 6 salvos of DPM here. As you can see, Ismail's just not a good target for you. Aiming about right though, he is angled now, which means you'll do next to nothing to him. You maybe get 1 or 2 pens, but it's not going to be too much. No, nothing. Again, this bit, aiming a little bit too, not much lead. Not enough lead. You got a pen though, that's good. I mean, it's not much health. You don't need to be running away from this here. You can be supporting your team by going down the A cap, and you could be going down there and supporting that way. This game really not really much damage to offer for you. You could have maybe killed the DD if you had a better RNG on the aiming, and you've kind of hung around a place that's just not got much damage. Sometimes you have these games, and I don't think it's anything you did wrong. You were a little bit passive this game, and that's fine, but I don't think you did anything really necessarily wrong, besides not being more aware of what the battleships that you were doing. Could have been a little bit quicker to react. Again, you could have been in the B cap here, pushing with your team, and yeah, you would have had cover as well, because on the B cap there's a lot of cover. You can stay there and get some cover going. This is a very, very, very safe approach for a team that's very winning by a large margin. This is fine. I'm actually going to speed this up a little bit because it's just simply just sailing into position. Yeah, this is what I mean by like just a bit too passive. You don't really have much time to actually get the damage in, and cruisers are all about damage dealing and supporting your team, and you can't really support them when you're a bit too far back. Though this game here, you really don't need too much. I sped this up here, and we're back into the action here. We're spotted by what looks like the enemy destroyer, because and as a result, XU has turned on his hydro straight away. Again, it's fine. I would have waited, but that's just me. That's all about personal preference though. Personal preference. It's perfectly fine to activate your sonar, and you're helping not only yourself, you're helping your 2 battleships. So you're spotted already, might as well get shot in. If you're running Tenant and the spotting skill and paying attention to his gun turrets, it's not necessarily a good idea to start smoking up straight away, so this is fine. You're going to be turning your guns, turning your ship along with it as well. When you have really bad turrets, turning your ship does help quite a bit. Aiming just the right spot, again for the Arizona, that's perfectly fine. Smoke screen, that's likely to be the enemy. You see it, you turn, this is ideal. You could send some of your own torpedoes there, that looks like a very close smoke screen. And again, you're watching the guns here. California guns might be turning towards you, that is something to note. Arizona guns are not on you. You just spent all the time turning your guns one way, and now you're turning the guns the other way. You've still got sonar running for 17 more seconds. There's no reason to abandon your turn like that. Alright, so torpedoes direct front. You're seen again here by this DD. You see them coming. Your sonar's run out. I'm unsure what DD that is. You probably know. It's probably like a Fubuki or something. What is it? Fubuki, there we go. We're going to butcher Fubuki, hopefully. Very good, very good. Let's get the shot in here. Fubuki's actually well angled, which can be a problem for the Leander. Pop into the enemy smoke screen, ideal. Just as where shots were coming in. Again, I understand you're trying to kill the DD, that's perfectly fine, but you're kind of tunneling a little bit there. Pop your own smoke screen here because you really don't want to exit the smoke, and that's perfectly fine because you could have got death struck there if you pushed out and you were spotted in front of them. So that's perfectly fine. This is a good idea actually. This is a bit of a panic smoke, but it's perfectly fine to do that. It's a good idea. You could have blind fired on the Fubuki. Oh, he does go down, you know, that's fine. So we got Queen here. This is fine. You could get some shots out on Arizona. Again, really show those back turrets. You could get the kill here or more damage done to you. So definitely turn those back turrets. You want to get those back turrets in action. You should be firing, by the way. You could have fired 2 salvos from your front turret so far. Aiming a bit too low here. You're not a battleship. You're going to get some shadows there. Getting a bit higher up, you get a lot more consistent penetrations here. Again, still a little bit too low. Yeah, you can see the difference there, the shadows. If you aim higher up, you're hitting from the deck, and you get those decks and deck pens, and you get much more reliable hits. You're actually hitting the upper belt and the armor belt, which you're not with pen, even at closer ranges, so you're going to struggle. So yeah, you're getting some good pens now, but you're still aiming a little bit too high. You can see this be much more reliable. You can actually get some more juicy pens the other way. So just a little bit too low. You are a cruiser after all. I realize you're getting some pens here, but you're aiming for the upper belt, aiming for the lower part. As you can see, 5 shadows there. Yeah, you really need to be aiming higher up on battleships. It's a struggle to deal damage to battleships and Leander in general. Again, you could be shooting right now. There's plenty of options here. You're just not taking the chance. You're missing out a lot of DPM windows here. You could put in a lot more, 2 more salvos, maybe 1 more salvo in the California. And yeah, it doesn't seem like much, but it all adds up over time. At this point, you're spotted already. You might as well fire. I think you're spotted by the guy on the left here. What is that? I'd love to know. I'd love you to try and do something about it. Maybe fire. It's the Queen, I believe. You can maybe torpedo the Queen. If you don't know if he's running away. I think he's running away from you. Now you take it. Yeah, he's really low. If you focus enough your guns, you could actually do some work here. Wiggling would be nice. I don't know if you're not being shot at yet, which is quite lucky. But definitely worth maneuvering. Making sure you're a annoying target to hit. I mean, the game's all in the bag here. You did get shot. Ooh, yeah, see. That's what I mean. Looking about after every salvo, you can see what happens there. That California, I had no idea. And I'm watching the game. Didn't seem you had that skill to focus on one ship. Sometimes, yeah, look about after every shot. It's a really helpful thing. So 30,000, 30,000 damage, 2,000 base XP. Overall, a very good game. And yeah, as you said, looking about after every salvo and being aware of what the battleships can do, because those are the things that are going to death strike you. You need to be very careful. Almost a death strike there. So yeah, very careful. That being said though, 2000 XP for a game for only 30k damage was very, very good. So for that last game, DPM windows, you could have fired a lot more often. You should have fired a lot more often with your rear turrets. When you're in a smoke screen, you're not exactly spotted, so you could definitely use your guns. And after every salvo, when there's a chance of a battleship hitting you, look at it. See where the guns are turned. Are they turned towards you? Have they fired? Do I need to move? Do I need to do I need to evade? Do I need to slow down? Do I need to speed up? Do I need to turn? These are all very important things. So this game, it's a bit of a low tier game actually, it's fine. We're pushing up, pushing in to the cap. Again, tell your team is spotted. Yeah, that's not the most important thing. Most important thing is you being aware and doing what you can to avoid it. So that's fine. Mayhan, just what you shot at the moment there. It's fine. Shot's fine. Yep, turning the guns, that's great. Turning the guns, get the rear turrets on the guy. This is fine, it's just the turret traversal of Leander, you can't do much about it. You could have shot him about now. Fire the guns. Shoot a bit ahead of him, where do you think he's going to be? That's fine, those are some good shots. You could shoot him again though. Yeah, you should have shot a bit quicker there, but that's just fine, that's just how things go. You could maybe shoot that DD, that 3 kilometers away. I know he's behind an island, but you might be able to arc it. Another shot on them. Sonar's on, I don't really see the point. You can't really get torqued right now. The only way you're going to get torqued is by the Mayhan. There's an island in the way. The DD over there. Maybe you spotted them via sonar. Again, you're not looking at the New York or whatever the threat is over there.
Smoke generator started.
I can't really see when I'm watching these games. Yeah, see all that? Smoke screen should have been up. Evasion. You're looking after the result of taking damage. You should be looking before you take the damage. Here, shooting this Mayhan, risky because your smoke firing penalty might kick into play here. Torpedoes, definitely send them right in that middle channel. Yep, no. Oh, yep. I was hoping you'd send them there. That would have been great. It would have prevented him from rushing you. You fire, your smoke firing penalty kicks in here. Risky. That's all I'm gonna say. Get some more shots on Mayhan. Again, look around. What's going on to your left? What's going on to your right? You can see what's going on to your right. Look at the left real quick. Every reload gives you an opportunity to look about. So you go in here and actually leave the cap. That's fine. It's all about surviving. That's what's important. But yeah, you really should have been paying attention to what's behind you. You could have been dev struck. You could have been hurt. You could have been citadeled. Leander does not really. It's not really known for its tankiness, despite the heal. Now we kind of get ourselves stuck in here in the heat at the moment, and that's just how it happens. Sometimes this happens to me, it happens to everybody, and yeah, it's just rough. A good way to get rid of this as well, not just going full speed left or right, doing minor adjustments does help you out a little bit. So just in reverse, then stop. The propulsion, the momentum still gets you going. So just go stop, not go to full speed, just go to a quarter, and then go and then turn. Alright, so we're out there. We're just going to push in here, and looks like the team haven't captured B, but there's two ships down south that could easily capture this. You could push here and help defend the Bravo point here. And I'm not really sure where your guns are going. I think it's a little bit of a indecision. I could be wrong here, but yeah, getting your guns pre-turned on targets would be nice. You're spotted by something on Bravo, and you could definitely shoot it right now. Or the DD actually. If you look at the mini-map, you could actually could have maybe got shots on the DD. You were spotted anyway. It's nothing wrong with shooting. There we go. See, again, looking at this, you could have seen that. If you looked at them, you would have seen those salvos in the air. Would have been a bit more valuable. So, looking about more often is really helpful. Every salvo is great, and every time you get spotted, look around, see what could happen. Got an Omaha here. You don't want to shoot the Omaha, and it's out of range anyway, because you just want to get this cap, and then that's fine. I don't see you you're running so far away. If you think about it, the Omaha's probably not got the same amount of range that you do, because you're a tier 5 ship, you probably have more range. If you can't shoot him, then odds are he probably can't shoot you as well. That could be said, the Omaha could have a little bit more range than you do, but it's unlikely, and you know, as an Omaha, it's not going to absolutely rip you a new one. It's tier 4 cruiser versus tier 5, and you could definitely do some work to an Omaha. So, yep, you're pushing him back in now. You're going to support your DD with attacking the enemy destroyer on the B cap. That's perfectly fine, and it's a very good call. Actually, supporting your DD is good. You could go ring around the rosy and capture the objectives, but pushing them out of an objective is good because you also get their ships down. Head by 100 points, that's probably fine. Here we go. We sped up a little bit. We're going to get some shots on the Mayhan. They look good. Should kill them. Yeah, Oh, it's actually, no, that's fine. He slowed down, so it would have been an undershot there, but that's fairly fine. You got the kill, that's all that really matters. And I think they did right. If you're attacking, giving you broadside, definitely turn hard right. You want to get fuel guns going on this guy. Get a little bit of lead, that's fine. You're just waiting for the turret to turn. It's better to turn your ship with the Leander, simple as that. It turns better than natural guns do. So you definitely want to be turning your guns. There's all 4 turrets here. You're in a smoke screen, there's no way he can actually hit you. Plus you can turn on your sonar if need be to dodge his potential torpedoes. Sonar would have been useful right now, to be honest. Not only, see there, now you're turning the guns the other way. Your DPM is lacking because you're only using 2 guns at a time. This being said, you're too fast in here, and you're probably going to outrun that smoke screen, so you have to pop your own. But at this point, it doesn't really matter. There's 2 ships left, and finally, when your other back 2 guns get into the mix, you can see you actually pick up the damage quite substantially. 2 citadels there. The full guns here, aiming a little bit too high though, which means you're going to get some overpins. So citadels, aiming much more. Which is kind of funny, you're aiming too high for the cruisers and too low for the battleships. You get the kill though, and that's really all that matters though. 34,000 damage. Top of the team with 2k of XP. Overall, still a very good game. Biggest issue you have right now though is not using your back guns. When you're in a smoke screen, you're not sure they can't shoot you unless they blind fire you or you get a smoke fire penalty, and you have sonar to prevent yourself from getting torped. So yeah, use your guns, use your back guns. That's why you're lacking in damage numbers. Simple as that. You're not firing as often. You got plenty of opportunities to fire. You're not taking them. So yeah, something to note. Hope this helps you out, and hope this helps everyone else out. As always, guys, I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.